Go.
Now,
Yes.
I talk now.
Yes.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Wonderful World of Weaver. Weaver's one of. Damn it, I'm
Weaver's
gonna get this
Wonderful
right.
World.
I'm gonna get this right one of these days. Welcome to Weaver's Wonderful World. I'm your host, 40 Grit from 40 Grit's Tabletop Adventures, here to take Mr. Weaver Gens. What? How do you want me to call
Ginsu.
you?
Ginsu
Gensu.
Weaver. It doesn't matter.
Gensu Weaver.
You know me as Weaver
On.
anyways.
I know you as a lot of things.
Yes, you do.
Um, Wanky. But no, I'm taking him on a space ride through my brain as we travel the cosmos playing a modified version of Dungeons and Dragons from 5th edition. This is session 2 of Nova Odyssey, so let's get to the game.
Hoorah. So what do
Well,
we
where
do?
we last left off is you just had a sort of tete-a-tete with Roama, the troll bounty hunter, sort of like den mother to a rather rambunctious group of goblins. Um, and you have a feeling like she needs the money. Or else you don't know if she would actually like straight up just like take the job. Because even though you were doing your best to not say anything, you inadvertently said everything.
Yeah.
Um, by
Brand
giving
new to this
away.
shit. I'm trying to play this character as the brand new newbie he is. He's not
You
jaded
pulled
yet,
it off.
so.
You pulled it off as basically um, she saw right through you
Hmm.
and was able to really determine the function of the mission as it was.
Hmm.
But she has agreed, even though she basically thinks you're on
Suicide mission?
a not necessarily a suicide mission, but a very dangerous one.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's a reason why they're willing to pay you as much as they are, because in the end, people want what they have.
Hmm.
I actually made character sheets and everything.
Nice. So as we get back to my ship, I kind of show them around a little bit, let them know that this is the cargo hold, this is where we're going to be storing the uh, the packages that we're going to be transporting. And I go back to the back of the cargo bay and I say, this here is the two, three, four, uh, five different living quarters for guests if I ever transport people, and then I'll take them
Uh,
upstairs.
One of the Guntas currently riding around inside of his humanoid mech, but he has the front chest cavity open. Kind of looks at you and goes, "What about the rooms upstairs?"
The rooms upstairs are for crew. Generally, it's a crew of four. If we get other crew members, we can, well, just, or if I, sorry, get other crew members that are over four, they can just take one of the rooms down here. But
Hmm,
currently, I'm just alone.
sounds shitty.
It's really shitty.
Rama kind of walks over to one of the doors and keys the pad and just kind of walks in and just closes the door behind her.
Uh, Rowana does?
Roama, yes.
Roama. Oh, we're in the cargo bay.
You said you took them upstairs.
Yeah, I haven't. When I thought he asked me that as we were going up, but we would be in the lounge at this point.
Okay.
So with the goblins, I'll walk over to each wall here and here, and I'll let them know that hey, uh, there is these key panels here will allow you to open up chairs to manually work the auto cannons on the outside. Uh, this area is more fortified because it is closer to uh, the outside where the wings fold down to the autocannon, so you should be safe in there if we do get attacked and you do decide to use them.
Guntas is very interested in what you're talking about. Chrome is kind of listening as he's basically looking at your armament system. And Boris is just kind of like staring off, picking his nose as he stares up at the ceiling.
So I guess the two that are actually paying attention will probably use the autocannons. That's perfectly fine.
Possibility.
Yeah. So I'll take him into the hall, the corridor over here, and I'll let them know that hey, these are the uh, the four of the rooms. The one at the end of the hall here is mine, and then I still need to put a door in there, but this is the refresher room, and the door would be like right here. Um, and then up here into the bridge is where I'll be piloting the ship as we go.
Uh, uh, yeah, you give them the little tour.
Hmm.
Guntas basically immediately walks over to your Astro Droid and basically tries to start accessing the panels. Uh,
Uh, Guntas, I actually have something that I want to show you.
V5, that's what it was. Um, and you watch as V5 pops out like a little taser and like tries to shock him.
Whoa, V5,
But
hold on.
he's able to jump back out of the way.
All right, Guntas, I want to show you something.
Yeah.
Come with me. I'll take him back down to the lounge, through this door down here, and into the small engineering room.
He is like a kid in a candy store, as your previous engineer,
Mm-hmm.
your system tech, Aldolf.
Yeah.
Um, he uh, he he literally spent the last of his share of the money outfitting tools, resources, systems analysis gear, everything. And Guntas just turns and looks at you and goes, "Is is this for me?"
You can use the engineering room until the mission is over. Yes.
He snaps his fingers 3 times, and you watch as his humanoid mech comes walking into the room
Mm-hmm.
and just begins to take a scan of everything. He
As
pulls out
long
a little data pad and begins like calculating your inventory status and things like that. And he's just like, "Oh, baby," and he basically just like starts like drooling all over his data pad.
as long as you keep my baby in the air, you are allowed to use this area as much as you want until after the mission.
Not a problem. You're the boss.
All right.
Question: who's doing the maintenance on the ship? Like, I've noticed there's a couple of things that need to be taken care of. No
My
offense, you don't seem like you're like capable when it comes to tools. No offense.
I'm handy, just not the best at it. My engineer actually died before we could get off planet, so
I'm, I'm sorry.
it's all right.
We we lost a brother a few years ago, so I understand. Roma is still hurting from that loss.
I can
That's why
understand
she
that.
seems so quiet.
The the friends that I lost were like brothers to me, so I get it.
Stepping out of the shadows of one of the corners of the room underneath a pile of stuff comes. Uh, where'd he go?
Chrome?
No, Boris.
Oh.
He just kind of steps out and goes, "You're being hailed." by some J thing, uh Jar Jar 8th. I don't know.
Uh, Jarrett, that's our clients. I'll bring my hand up and I'll hit the comm link on it. Uh,
Hello.
Hello, this is Captain Amenel.
Yes, we have received notice that you would wish to begin
Yeah, I
at your
have.
convenience, but we have completed the loading procedures, and your loading bay is full of our precious cargo.
Okay, thank you. I will get started on that right away. We will be heading out. Just download our course and we'll get started.
Accepted.
So once the coordinates are downloaded, I'll head back to the bridge and I'll take off and head out for this 10-day journey. Oh,
Boris is gonna kind of stick with you. Like, he just kind of follows you around the ship. Uh, Chrome is basically gonna set up in the lounge here and just work on his own private armory, and not to mention he's constantly going in and fiddling with the auto cannons and stuff like that, familiarizing himself with the controls. He actually runs several training programs inside there as well.
by all means, they can do what they need to because this is cargo and I need them at top notch at their best.
Mhm. But yeah, if there's not much else that you would like to do prep wise, then the coordinates will be downloaded to your system and you have been cleared for takeoff.
All right, so once we're cleared for takeoff, I'll put in the course in the navigational computer, set the ship to autopilot once we're in space, and I'll look at Boris and go, "So, what's your story?"
Well, honestly, not much. I mean, we've been working with the guild for, well, most of our lives. Big surprise, but Rama's not really our sister or our mother. Just
Yeah,
kind of picked us up off the street. Used to be 6 of us, but we've lost a few over the years.
yeah, I know how that goes.
It's
Unfortunately,
made us stronger, though.
I hope so, because apparently this is going to be a very dangerous mission.
I mean, would it be? I mean, as long as nobody knows where we are or what we're doing. I mean, it's not like you ran your mouth to a whole bunch of people before you left, right?
No, I didn't tell anybody but your sister what we were doing.
Yeah, not to mention you probably also have like proper security systems installed on your data pad and your comms unit. I mean,
Can I
obviously
roll
you
an
weren't like
intelligence check to see if I actually did that?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
To see if you did it or to see if you know about it.
To see if I know about it.
Okay.
All right. 17.
Well, you know that uh Aldo had used a lot of hacker programs, and not to mention uh like system firewalls and stuff like that to basically gather information during your bounty days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that was kind of his specialty. Like that was what he did on. And uh, basically, working with Boris, you take a look at your comms unit, and all your personal gear has some pretty decent firewall.
Mm-hmm.
However, V5 had not been updated.
Shit. Um,
V5 kind of looks at you and just almost seems remorseful as you're just kind of looking at her operating programs.
I'm gonna hit my communication and ask for Guntas to come up to the bridge.
Okay. He turns around and he goes, you hear a lot of like sparking and grinding and stuff like that, and he's like, I'm in the middle of something. Can I send Mech Boy?
As long as he can do what I need to and upgrade B5's firewalls and security systems, yes.
I can use him remotely.
Okay. As long as he can do what needs to be done, you're good to go.
But Mech Boy shows up. Um, Shorter than you, but very rotund.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he walks up to V5, and there seems to be like a almost like a sharing of data packets and information as lights blink and little beeps go off at each other, and they end up interjecting different ports into each other, and you hear Mech Boy's rather actual non-robotic voice because it's a disguised unit. Sit there and go, accessing protocols, upgrading software, firmware, security protocols. That's going to take a minute.
Okay. Once that gets done, I'll actually look at the mech and be like, "Can you check and see if any data was breached on my astromech?"
Gunther's voice comes out of the system. Yeah, I'll take a look and god damn it! And the
What
comms
was
cut off.
that? I'm
There's
from there.
there's no reply.
I'm from there since I'm on autopilot. I'm gonna head to the engineering room.
Okay. You get
What?
to the engineering room and there is nothing but smoke and fire. Guntus is laying unconscious on the floor, and there seems to be a whole bunch of volatile like chemicals boiling and bubbling on the countertop. And
I'm
by the
gonna
damage along the walls, you have a feeling something explosive went off.
I'm gonna move to Gunta and I'm gonna try to revive him or wake him up.
All right, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay. 9.
You have no idea about goblin physiology.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna.
look at him and you're like, okay, I think this would be his heart, and you place your hand on his chest and you feel like almost like the passing of like a stomach chamber.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and lightly slap him in the face then.
Okay, so you cause 1 point of damage to the unconscious person.
Does he wake up?
No.
Uh, I hit my comm link. Roana, can you come get your brother? He kind of almost blew himself up.
Yes, I'm on my way.
She doesn't sound too shocked.
Door opens and she comes walking in, and you're how tall are your hallways?
They're about. They should be about 10 foot.
Okay, so she can actually stand up, which is kind of nice considering a lot of ships conserve space and everything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it was a smaller ship, so so the designer decided to make the living quarters tall enough to be comfortable for even bigger people.
Makes sense. She comes in and she kind of looks it down at Gunthus's form, and she kind of rolls her eyes, reaches into her pocket and pulls out this sort of like a small little blue capsule that has this greenish shimmer to it. She walks over and she takes it and places it right underneath the nose. She crushes it, and you watch as this vapor escapes the capsule and floods into his nose. You recognize this as a healing capsule,
Hmm.
basically a digitized version of a healing potion.
Yeah.
Uh, he immediately his eyes flare open and he sees her looking and goes, "Oh damn it! No, no, I didn't do it! I didn't do it!" And he rolls over under his stomach and tries to crawl under the desk. And she just kind of grabs him by his ankle and holds him there. And she goes and just kind of dangles him upside down by his ankle at you and goes, "Apologize to the nice captain." He's
What?
kind of like spinning slightly and goes, "I'm sorry.
Moreover, what were you trying to do?
I found some chemicals and I was trying to see if I could make a bomb." I'm just figured you had it, and I could make it, and well, some of the chemicals were a little mislabeled. I don't speak whatever that is. And he points at the chicken scratch that's on some of the canisters that you know as as Gould's. Not Aldov, sorry, because he was the researcher. Gould's private kind of like what is it? Shorthand. That's the word.
Uh, okay. Well, can you refrain from building any bombs? We have enough armaments on here to be able to protect ourselves. If you're gonna do that, I'll let you take some of the chemicals when the job is done. Just don't do it on the ship.
I mean, it's not for me. It's for you. I mean, I figured you said you didn't really have a real clear understanding of this stuff, and I figured if it's here and if I made it for you, it'd make you kind of happy. I just wasn't expecting that to be acid. And he points at one of the canisters that has a very clearly marked ACID written on it upside down and backwards.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the console and I'm gonna pull up the inventory that which one was the engineer again?
Aldo.
The inventory that Aldo had brought on board when he had bought all of this stuff, and I give it to the goblin so that he knows what all of the chemicals are and what the labels look like and how Alduf had actually identified them.
Well, that's actually the tricky part because, like, the problem isn't with the digital inventory. That's all spelled correctly thanks to AutoCheck. It's anything that was handwritten. Um,
Yeah, but
Gull had dyslexia, and a lot of
uh,
times when you'd be writing, he'd basically just
Gull or
zone out
Alduf?
and just Gull.
Okay, so he was
Um,
our inventory guy then.
yeah, he was the researcher and he gathered up the supplies. He was basically the yeoman.
Okay.
But Aldous was completely 100% aware of this, and it didn't bother him. But someone who doesn't know walks into this facility, and
Yeah.
it kind of gets a little dicey.
Yeah. Well, my
The damage is
friend.
superficial, though. I can get this cleaned up. It's not a problem. It's
Yeah,
not a problem.
it's fine. I'm not mad. It happens. I know Alduf and Gull have blown themselves up many times trying to come up with new alchemical formulas. So it's
Roma kind of
nothing.
looks at you as he um lets go of Guntus, and he drops to the floor, and his tools kind of scatter everywhere, and she just goes, "Who is Aldov?"
Alduf was my engineer who was supposed to be the engineer for the ship.
Your previous crew. They're dead.
Yes. Yes. And I'll go and as I say this, I'll put my hand up on my face and rub between my forehead and my nose.
It's okay.
they were my previous crew. They were like brothers to me.
She just kind of looks at you for a second, and then just kind of huffs and walks out of the room.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems about right. I'll look at I'll look
Guntus?
at I'll look at Guntas and I'll ask if he's hungry.
Ah, no, I ate a little bit ago.
All right, I'll hit the comm for the others and I'll be like, is anybody hungry? Would anybody want anything to eat?
Boris comes back over the comm, and he obviously sounds like he's chewing. And he goes, "Were we not supposed to just eat when we got hungry?"
Well, there's snacks and stuff, but we uh, we would generally make meals together.
Roma comes over the comms and goes, "If you prepare a meal, my brothers will eat it."
All right. So
So
I'm.
your first day is going to pass with a little bit of eventfulness with the crew settling in and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that the whole time, like the whole day passes as you prepare this evening meal. The droids are humming along. It's going to take a few hours for them to process each other's security systems.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Chrome doesn't say a word.
He's just quiet the entire time. He's the sniper, right?
Yep. In
Okay.
fact, there are moments where if you didn't know he was sitting in the booth cleaning his gun and reading different types of manuals and things like that, it would seem like he didn't even exist half the time.
So he's very stealthy as well as a crack shot.
Yeah. And you kind of get the feeling like it's part of being a brother to other much rambunctious people.
Mm-hmm. That makes
But
sense.
Boris is very happy to help you with the evening meal. Um, and halfway through your preparations, you get a notice uh, from V5 letting you know that the systems updates are complete, Captain. I have found 3 incidences of log tampering during our time
Send me that
on
information, please.
Hololeko. She sends it over.
And
There are 3 different times as you were walking around that your droid was being pinged
mm-hmm.
with uh, spying software.
All right. And can I tell what information they got?
No, only access points.
Damn. Okay. Um.
One of them was access point to audio visual logs. Another one was taking a look at your ship's registry files and things like that. Um, and the last one was a sort of like a hidden malware system that was still actively running when it was found.
Okay. Has it been purged?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Well, we're definitely gonna be expecting company. I'll
Rama
tell
just kind of looks at you and
Rama.
just shakes her head.
Yeah, I know. Apparently Varric didn't, or Aldov didn't actually update A5's software correctly.
Alright. Oh, you mean R7V5?
Yeah, V5. Sorry.
No. Do you want to call her R7 or V5?
R7. R7 works.
Okay. I'll make a note of that.
All right.
But yeah, Rama basically looks at you after the meal and goes, I'm going to take a rest. If we need to have a watch set, then me or Chrome would probably be the best uh, to monitor the sensors if you need to get some rest, Amenel. Oh,
I'll.
actually, do you prefer Amenel or Drakona?
You can call me Amenel. That's fine. My friends actually used to call me Nell, just to
Amenel
shorten,
it is then.
just to shorten it down, make it easier to say. But I mean, for the night, what time is it?
Galactically, when you approach a planet, your clocks offer to realign to
Uh-huh.
their calendars and uh, projected system.
Mm-hmm.
But outwardly, away from planets and stuff, you can either set your time to your home planet or a destination of your choice, or you can just have it as space time, which is the equivalency of Zulu, also
Um,
known as the atomic heart time.
yeah. I'll have it set to Galactic Standard Time.
You would know this as a someone who's really into space travel and stuff like that. Atomic heart time is called that because researchers discovered that all suns pulse with a steady rhythm that matched up bioelectrically.
Oh, nice.
So they use that as a way to set time. So atomic heart time is basically the heart pulse of the universe itself.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. So yeah,
Yeah.
when I'm out in space, because I'm fascinated with space and shit, I'll go ahead and actually go by that time.
A lot of pirates and smugglers, merchants, whatever you want to call yourselves, they have the ability to adapt to the new time schedule rather easily,
Mhm.
being being more fluid than anything else.
Mhm. So what time would it be? Like late evening?
Yeah, it'd be close to mid evening because you just had dinner.
Yeah. I'll look at Roma and go, you guys can get some rest. I'll watch the sensors for now. Come and get me when you're ready to switch out.
Very well. But what do you make for dinner?
I make just a regular stew, something hearty that has a lot of vegetables and beef in it.
Okay.
I used freeze-dried beef for preservative type stuff to make sure that it lasts for a long ass time. But
Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your proficiency value.
a D20 and add my proficiency. What is my proficiency? 21.
21.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really good. And while you're cooking, Boris actually finds sealed bread loaves that once put in a rehydrator actually like fluff up and you can toast them to have sort of like a side condiment. Uh,
Nice.
Boris is very friendly. Like he's followed you around this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he very rarely ever stops talking, but you realize pretty quickly he's not saying much.
Yeah, it's just a way to distract himself, I'm guessing.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
He seems
And
to like you.
yeah, and I don't mind the chatter either, and I'll even reply to some of the things that he says too.
Yeah,
Because sometimes filling the space with nonsense can keep one's mind off of rather depressing shit.
that's kind of terrifying. Uh, but Roma will go back to the cabin she claimed for herself and go to sleep.
Hmm.
Chrome literally just takes his gun and nestles up in the corner.
I'll grab a blanket and I'll bring it over to Chrome and hand it to him. I go, uh, just in case you get cold.
He kind of nods and takes it and just gives you a little bit of a grumble of much appreciative.
You're welcome. I'm gonna.
And Gontas actually climbs back inside of his mech. Just
Guntas,
kind of shuts the door.
you can take you can take a room if you want. You don't have to sleep in your
Yeah.
mech.
Oh, it's not a matter of want, or it's not a matter of have to. It's I like it. I
Oh,
spend a lot of time in here. You get kind of comfortable.
I guess that makes sense. I guess if I spent most of my time inside of something like my ship, I would probably be most comfortable there too.
Hmm. Uh, but the night falls.
I'll
You
actually
are
head back up to the ship to just keep an eye on all the sensors and stuff.
uh, Boris kind of walks in there. It's just like, do you want some company?
Uh, you can get some sleep if you want, but if you want to be up here, that's perfectly fine too.
He kind of like walks over and like settles down in the co-pilot's chair and just kind of looks around and goes, "It's been a while since we've been in space."
Have you guys just been doing bounties down on the planet?
Yeah, Roma has a thing about going off world.
Is that why she's acting the way she is right now?
Mm, she's scared. She won't tell anyone, but she's one of those people that thinks space only brings death.
Oh, I hate to say it this way, but everything can bring death because
Hmm.
eventually everybody dies. Even the elves who can live for 1,000 years, they can die too.
Now, yeah, but there's a difference between dying of natural causes and dying because your ship breaks or you hit an asteroid or you end up getting some type of galactic fungus on the outside of your spacesuit that eats through your air hoses and suffocates you, and then your blood boils from the inside out.
I'll look out the view window to the space in front of us and I go, yeah, but you can have a whole lot of stuff happen to you on a planet too. Just because you don't have air doesn't mean nothing can't kill you.
Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely. But I mean, like, it's a huge difference between being in danger and, as Roma says, being in its belly.
That is true.
Make a con check, a con save, please.
Okay. Uh, 20 cons, so 26.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You're wide awake as you're staring out the viewfinder, kind of looking at local systems. You see there's a shipping lane kind of off in the distance where people are basically following hyper trails between different planets and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like Boris barely ever shuts up.
Yeah.
So you end up like half hearing him tell this story about how he almost got eaten alive by this giant flower, um, and how Roma had to save him. And for a split second, it's almost like you're hearing Ito. His voice comes through clear, and there's this moment where you feel this smile at the corner of your mouth.
Mm-hmm. I'll reach over and I'll playfully slap him on his arm. I go, see, even organic shit can try and kill you on a planet.
Well, yeah, but Roma went crazy and just kind of tore it up by the roots and just tore it in half. And I was
I
sitting there covered in, huh?
have to ask, is she a barbarian?
Well, yeah, she doesn't really like to talk about it much, but her rage does get her where she's going, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's probably a good. If I could talk correctly, that would be nice. It's probably good that she is, and that I found you guys. Because,
I mean,
you mean what?
I mean, weren't we the only ones you talked to though?
You were suggested by one of the port authorities, and, odd as it may seem, when I talked to Roma and got a feel for you guys kind of reminded me of my friends.
He kind of like takes a second and just kind of looks out the window and he goes, "Yeah, you kind of remind me of Cyrus
I'm guessing he's the brother you lost.
a while ago. Not the most recent. That was Jinlin. Cyrus was our oldest brother. He always worried about everybody.
Yeah, it
He
sounds
was
like him.
always the one telling us to make sure we cooked our food and cleaned ourselves, and he'd be the one that would go out and beg for coins. And
Well,
but then he just picked the wrong pocket,
oh,
and I got to watch him just get, well, murked.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, we all die, right?
Eventually, yeah.
He takes a bit and he yawns and he kind of goes, "Al, I'm gonna get some sleep.
All right. Um,
Good night, Nell.
good night.
And he wanders off, leaving you to your silence.
Yeah. To try and preoccupy myself, I'm gonna go through and see if I can't find any information outside of what they've given me on the four that I brought with me. See what happened in their past. Try and figure out uh, kind of how they've lived, if I can.
I'm not quite sure how you're gonna do that. I mean, it's not like archive information on planet records and stuff would have information about a bunch of goblin urchins running the street. But you do find some information about Roma.
Mm-hmm.
She actually used to be a priestess.
Oh,
Her family ran a temple. Uh, the god is basically in a troll language, but basically there's a small tidbit of information there saying there was a crafting god.
interesting.
And you discover that there was an incident where there is actually a report by local law officials and things like that, where for lack of a better term, a noble, a merchant of a high regarding family, basically tried to kidnap her sister,
Why would
and
that's weird. Sorry, go on.
nobody knows because Roama tracked him down and murdered him.
Ooh,
And the only way to keep the family from getting in trouble was she forsaked her name and her claim, and she became boundless. She left her family, the church, and found herself on Poleka.
so she wasn't originally from this planet then.
No.
Okay. Well, after a little bit of searching, I'll throw up in my archives one of the videos that uh, my friends and I made before the incident happened and just watch it while paying attention to the output on all the sensory arrays.
Well, time passes, and I'm gonna say that there is a set clock on one of the readouts that does have your home planet's time on it.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Otis 4
Mm-hmm.
or Otis
Odavis
4,
4.
and it's about mid morning back home, and your comms unit lights up.
Uh, do I have a
R7
readout?
brings over. R7 informs you it is a direct link from Otis 4.
That's. I didn't think I'd be able to get a comm all the way out here. I'll click it and open it up. Hello?
Uh, it's not a direct message, like
Okay.
it's not an open communication link, but there is an audio file.
Okay. I'll play the audio file.
You hear your mother's voice.
Oh.
Amenel, um, this is so weird. I've never really seen. Okay, the guy said just to talk directly into the microphone and hit the button, and I did that. Oh, I'm wasting time. I just want to say that I'm thinking about you, and we miss you, and just don't be gone forever. I know you're out there looking for something, but we love you, and I know you're gonna find what you. And it cuts off, and it's just that moment where you figure your mom probably just kept talking.
Yeah, I'll kind of chuckle to myself and I'll say no matter how advanced the world gets, mothers will always be the same.
You can send a audio packet back if you like.
Yeah,
Just be aware. You are aware that it is 25 seconds long.
yeah. I'll send a short reply saying I'm doing good, mom, and I'm glad you're thinking of me. No matter where my travels will take me, I'll return someday. I promise. And that'll be it.
You send it off.
Mm-hmm.
Time passes, the night draws on, you start feeling the weariness of the watch. If you want to stay awake longer, you'll need to make a con save with disadvantage.
14.
Start to nod off.
As I start to feel a little drowsy, I'll hit my comm link and I'll ask Roama if she's ready to take over watch, considering.
A few moments pass, and she comes through and goes, I was just getting some Java and the mess. I'll be right there.
Alright, see you when you get here. Thanks.
Looking over, you can see that you can see on the security systems that she has a steaming cup of coffee, Java, whatever you want to call it, caffeination. And she's staring down at
Papa.
Chrome,
Mm-hmm.
who's just kind of like in a sort of like a fetal position with his large sniper rifle between his legs. And she picks up the blanket you gave him and just kind of settles it gently over him. You watch as she lovingly strokes his hair a little bit. A small moment past the anger, and then she disappears from the monitor.
Alright.
Door
Well, at least she
opens and she
loves him.
comes in. Evening, Amenel.
Good evening. Or night.
Scans are clear.
I have not seen anything all night.
Oh, that's good. I was a little worried when Gunthas told me you had no security systems on your droid.
Apparently, a few audio files and some data was taken, but not a lot. I don't know if anything about this particular mission was taken, but I've been keeping a pretty close eye on all the sensor arrays. I think
She
if
just go ahead.
I think if they're gonna make an attack, it's not gonna be anytime soon.
No, if it was me, I'd wait till we were past the belt.
Mm-hmm. That's what
It's
I
at
was
least
thinking.
3 days away.
All right.
Well, I'll keep watch. Any
I'll
specific time you want to be woken, or will your droid come get you?
my droid will come get me, and
Sleep well.
I'll get up and I'll tell her good night and head into my room to get ready for bed.
All right. Night passes without incident. Uh, when you hello?
Hello.
Okay,
I think
thought I
Night
heard something.
left.
He didn't say anything. I was kind of surprised.
Oh, he does that a lot. He'll just bounce out.
But no, when you awaken in the morning, uh, Boris has taken over the watch, and quickly R7 informs you that there's been no issues over the night.
Okay. So I'll come into the room and I'll ask Boris if he's hungry at all. I'm gonna go make breakfast.
As you walk in, he's currently eating some protein bars and kind of looking at you. I thought you said we could eat when we got hungry.
Yeah, you. There are snacks there for a reason.
Yeah,
I'm just asking if you want a proper breakfast.
what you making?
I was thinking some rehydrated eggs, some bacon made over the fire, maybe some pancakes.
Yeah, I have to stay on watch though. Roma said I wasn't allowed to leave.
Yeah, I'll bring it to you. Don't worry.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. And I'll
Uh,
head.
as you walk away, make a perception check real quick.
Okay. 15.
Okay. You see that he is currently going through all your back audio logs, video, data, everything. Basically anything in your private system, he's accessed.
That little fucking hacker. And I'll just walk off and leave him to it. So,
He was current the thing that he was currently reading was some type of journal entries done by Gold.
mm. All right. So from there, I'll head to the kitchen and start making something to eat.
Okay.
As I pass by the two, they're not there anymore. As I get into the lounge, I'll ask if the other two want something to eat as well.
Uh, Gunta's voice comes out of Mech Boy as you basically are talking to no one, I guess.
hmm Well, I see the mech
Um,
boy, and I realize he would be in there, or at least he
if you
could
look
hear
around for a
me.
little bit, you find Chrome will be inside one of the gun turrets.
hmm So I'll basically ask, is anybody hungry? Do y'all want some breakfast?
Mech Boy goes, I can always eat.
I bet you could. And I'll head into the kitchen to start making something to eat.
While you do that, Gunta does come out looking for you. He walks into the kitchen, and he's just like, "So I know you said no bombs, but technically this isn't a bomb, as it's more of a paralyzing agent. Uh, but I was gonna ask, is there some place you would like me to like set this up, like maybe in the cargo hold, or do you just want me to keep it in the armory, or
Are
what?"
you talking about like making traps on my ship?
I mean, yeah, you don't have traps. Like,
Oh,
is this
uh,
like a pleasure liner? Like, I'm so confused. So he like looks
this
around and goes, I was wondering why your security was so lax. I mean, I didn't have to disarm one death laser since I've been on here.
this is supposed to be a cargo ship, not a death trap.
I mean, you say tomato, I say pimento.
I'll tell you what. You can go ahead and set up a trap, but it has to be manually activated from a switch on your data pad. I don't want it
I
just
was gonna route
randomly.
something to R7.
That works too.
I mean, it's your ship. I'm not trying to take over.
I know. I was just
I,
saying to you because I was gonna ask you to disarm them once the mission was done if they hadn't gone off.
I mean, it's always a good thing to have traps. I mean, what if someone comes onto your ship?
I let's just say I have provisions.
All right, weird.
So
And
as
you are left alone to cook.
yep, as he goes off, I'll actually put on some pretty ancient music from Earth. As I start listening to Foo Fighters.
Nice. Any specifics?
Learn to fly.
Very nice. Uh, your sensor comes on, and R7 has been paired to a paralyzing agent set up with an aerosol disbursement of 30 feet in the middle of your cargo bay.
Will that hurt the cargo, or is the cargo airtight and it won't get into it?
Oh, the cargo's sealed. It's
Okay.
sealed for deep space and things like that. Like, technically, you could jettison the cargo and it wouldn't hurt it.
Okay, that's good.
It'd be
Uh,
really hard to get back, but
yeah, but I want to make sure that it's absolutely protected from anything that might go wrong, except for like explosions, because there's really nothing I can do about that. Um, so as I get that notification, I'll uh get Gunthus back on the comm and be like, if you want to set up any more traps that are non-explosive, go right ahead. Anything to give us an edge against any kind of enemies that might want to board us.
I'll take a look in your inventory, see what you got.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Once
But
that's,
everybody, hmm
I was
what?
gonna say, once that's done and I'm finished, I'll bring out the tray of food so that everybody can eat, and then I'll make a plate and take it to Boris.
Uh, Rama has been freshly, well, has just basically came out of the refresher.
Yeah.
You can see like there's still a bit of like moisture clinging to her hair and things like that.
Mhm.
But she gratefully takes a plate and goes, "It's not often on a job that we have waiting."
Just call it a way to say thank you for helping me. I know I'm paying you, but you guys didn't have to take the job.
Chrome kind of laughs as he kind of drinks his coffee and is like, "Yeah, sure,
Hey, I'm just trying to be hospitable now.
yeah."
Uh,
Mech
so
Mech Boy takes a plate and takes it back to the armory.
cool. So from here, I'm gonna make an actual plate and a mug of coffee for myself, and I'll head to the bridge and relieve Boris so he can go eat with his family.
Okay. Uh, the morning passes with very little activity. Oh, for some reason I just made him bigger. Um, but the morning passes and not much changes in the rotation.
Mhm.
As the day continues, there's a lot of ship maintenance and things like that going on. Afternoon meal is had. If there's anything specific you want to do as another day is passing.
No, there's nothing really specific I want to do. I'll just try and get to know the goblins and Rowena as best as I can, or Roama as best as I can.
We've changed her name like 4 times now. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I know.
Um, uh, who would you like to talk to?
um, kind of want to talk to Roama herself, get to know her a little bit better. And
Okay.
I'll let her know what Boris told me about her last night.
You can find her actually down in the cargo bay, inspecting things, looking around. You see her just kind of like moving about the ship, um, almost like she's looking for a weakness.
So I'll come up to her and so inspecting the ship.
Yes, I'm also trying to figure out like what the deal is with this ship.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not new, but there's no damage on the interior of the hull. A lot of the systems have been refurbished. Someone put a lot of time and care into this ship, but I don't know why it would have been sold.
Let's just say after we bought it, we actually put time and care into getting it up to where it is now.
She kind of turns around and looks at you and just goes, "Your friends."
Yeah, this was our dream.
And now you're trying to do the best to honor that dream.
And I always will.
Or are you looking for something else?
I will honor the dream, but I'm also looking for something. What? I couldn't honestly tell you at this time, but I'll know it when it hits me in the face. But Boris actually gave me a little history lesson on you last night.
Really?
He told me you were a priestess, and that you had.
Actually, that was information you looked up.
Oh,
Boris didn't say.
oh, never mind. Okay, so I'll tell her I looked up. Are you sure? I thought he said. I thought that was him
Nope.
that said that.
No, you said you were gonna do research, and I said that. I mean, it literally just happened, but
Oh
I'll
yeah,
go through it
sorry.
again.
No, no,
You
no,
you
no.
said you were
I
gonna do
know
research, and I said that like there wouldn't be a lot of information about
the
the
goblins.
family of goblin urchins, but you did find information on Roama.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll tell her that I did find some information on her about how she was a priestess before coming to the hell was the name of the planet?
Oleka.
Paleka. Before she came to Paleka. Um,
As you say this, there's a bit of sound of like crunching metal. As you see, like her hand has gripped a piece of pipe and just kind of slowly closed it. Yes, that's my past.
can I
Is there
ask?
something you want to talk about it? Something about my history in the church that will affect my performance, maybe?
No, I'm not concerned about that. I wanted to get to try and know you and your brothers better and try and get a feel for you as people. Um, and even the best of us need to look into who we're going to be working with.
Well,
And
not
I
gonna
didn't want
lie, I
to.
tried to review you, but there was nothing to review.
I'm an open book. You want to know something? I'll tell you.
It's
And
not a matter of what is known, it's a matter of what
it,
could be known.
yeah,
Let me guess, you're wondering why I murdered him.
no, not really. You were trying to save your sister. Well, at least that's what the information I found said.
Yeah, the information, probably the police report, the officials version of it, it probably didn't say that I didn't save her, or at least not all of her.
What do you mean?
She turns around and like her shoulders hunch, and you can tell this information like bothers her, but she takes a deep breath and goes, "When I found my sister, they were cutting into her. They were taking pieces of her for research, for the reason why trolls heal the way we do. And she wasn't the only one. I found evidence of hundreds of troll children.
Jesus Christ. I
They
have to
say I
ask.
went into a rage, but
You don't remember anything.
I remember everything.
Oh,
I remember every hit, every slash, every drop of blood. She turns and you can see her eyes are flaring with luminosity from the overhead lights reflecting into the chambers. I'll never forget it.
do you remember how many you killed?
Not enough.
I'll reach out my hand
Read.
to her as if I'm trying to shake hers, and I go, I would have done the same. What they did wasn't right. Doesn't matter how rich they are, that's not okay. You have my respect.
She looks at you, and you gotta remember she's a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like you aren't small for a human, but you're young and you haven't quite grown into your form yet, and there's still sort of like room for you to become stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But she kind of looks at you over and just kind of goes, "I honestly believe you." I don't think you would have been able to kill as many as I did, but I believe you would have wanted to. It's the reason why I took this job, no matter how much I don't like being out here in the open.
Well, I'm gonna do everything I can to get you back planet side safely. At least in one piece.
Do you want to know why I'm afraid of space?
I am curious, yes.
I'll trade you information then. I'll tell you why I'm afraid to die out here, and you tell me why you are out here.
There are many reasons that I'm out here. One would be to carry on what myself and my friends wanted to do, what we had planned. Get out, travel, see the galaxy. The other, I guess, because of what happened to them, I'm running. I don't want to go home. Not with not with what happened to my friends. Home just isn't for me anymore.
I was told as a little girl by a witch in our village that I would die amongst the stars. She said I would die happy, which is why I guess I'm lucky because I'm never happy. And that's when the sirens go off.
Oh, son of a bitch.
R7 begins transmitting that your ship is not alone and that it's being scanned by an outward vessel.
I am gonna run to my elevator over here. Press the button to bring it down so that I can get up to the bridge quickly. And check the readouts.
There is a ship in the distance.
That's a big ass fucking ship.
It is. It is a massive ship. It is a dreadnought class ship. Its current scans are approaching and looking at the different functions of your vessel, security systems, armaments, things like that.
Do I recognize this type of ship?
You can make a lore check,
Okay.
which I believe would be history.
Yes. 9.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Uh, Rama, who comes up the elevator with you, and she comes up second because of the size of the elevator itself.
Yeah, I'll send the.
Um,
I would send the
Actually,
elevator
she
down
probably
first.
wouldn't even take the elevator. She'd
Yeah.
probably just run up the stairs.
I mean,
She comes busting to the door and looking out the viewfinder with you and sees it and goes, "Oh, son of a Stark,
what? What
that's a
is that?
dreadnought."
Yeah, well, I got that. It's fucking huge, but who
No,
is
I
it?
don't mean a class size dreadnought. I mean that is the dreadnought.
What does that mean? I'm
You have
so
no idea.
confused.
You literally have no idea.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
It means get your systems ready. We're about to have a fight.
Shit. Uh, I'll hit the comms and I'll tell the other three to get ready. We're about to go into a fight with a dreadnought, with the dreadnought.
Uh, Boris, who's currently sitting in the chair, sitting there staring out the window at it with a dagger in his hand, just kind of cleaning his nails, looks and goes, "It just kind of appeared, like it just popped,
Out of
like it wasn't
nowhere.
there." And then it's there, and I don't understand, but it was right. It wasn't there. I swear. I was watching the monitor. Roma just kind of
Boris,
like touches his
just calm
hand and
down.
just like, it's okay. Go man one of the guns.
I'll
He
lean over the
really,
console and I'll sigh and go, fucking hate magic sometimes.
they probably have a stealth system on their ship, some type of invisibility circuits or something.
Mm-hmm. And for something that big, I wouldn't be surprised if it's powered by magic.
You are being hailed.
I'll bring them up on the view screen and I'll
It is
stand up
just
straight
audio.
and cross my arms. Hello?
Are you transmitting video while they're sending just audio?
No, I'm keeping it all the audio.
Okay, just checking.
I'm just
The
letting you
the
know.
cojones on you, just like I'm sending me a video.
No, I'm
Power stance.
I'm letting you know so Roama knows.
Star Skipper. That is a cute name for what looks like a floating piece of junk.
Well, I skipped through the stars, so it's a fitting name.
You don't sound very old, Captain. Or is this more of like a first mate situation? Tell you what, boy, why don't you run in along, get your captain, and tell him that I wish to speak to him.
And who would you be?
Are you the captain? I take it.
Yes.
Ah, lovely. I am Sinar. Lothar
Tis
Sinar.
Tisanar? Let me. I heard this right. Tis Inar.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure that I picked that up correctly. And what do you want?
Currently, I want what you have. Romana reaches over and hits the comms button so it mutes your end, and she goes, "You probably don't know who you're dealing with, but Lafar is a commander of a merchants guild. They've probably been hired as some type of secondary access point against one of the houses.
Fucking politics.
In other words, I don't think your droid was the leak. I think Jareth's house was the leak.
Yeah, I can easily see that. Which means they have a traitor amongst. Which means they have a traitor in their midst. That's what I was trying to say. Shit. I look at her and I go, so what should we do? I'm not giving them the cargo.
I mean, we have two choices, fight or run. And I don't know if you can outrun that ship.
How fast would my ship be?
You asking me?
Yes.
I already told you that information.
Um, like, okay, well, yeah, you did, but like just before jumping into like a quantum jump going from planet to planet, would I know if I could outrun this massive ship that would be slowed down by its pure size?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, thank God. 18.
It's not the speed, it's the range. Like, you already know you're being locked on by weapon systems. Your console is lit up like a Christmas tree right now.
Mhm.
They basically have you dead to rights.
Yeah. You just want
If
to
you
kill me, don't you?
try to fly, I mean, you can try to fly. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you will be under fire.
Yeah. Um, I
You watch
unmute.
as these pieces of the ship break off.
I unmute the my comms and I go, "So what stake do you have in this?"
Probably the same as yours. Money, renown.
I'm only doing this for the money. I don't care about the renown.
Oh, so you'd be off, open to a bribe then.
No, not really.
I was afraid you'd say that.
How much are they paying you to steal from another house?
I mean, probably more than you're making. I work for one of the major houses. You're working for the equivalency of a shoe maker. A cobbler, that's the word.
So why do you care if they have their young shipped back to their planet?
Oh, I don't. I'm
See,
just simply hired to do this.
here's what I'm trying to understand. Why would a house that is why are you moving the ships around so slowly like that?
They're closing in.
Yeah. So, if this is nothing but a shoe cobbler's house, why are they so interested? Why do they care? Uh,
You ask a lot of questions for a merchant.
I'm gonna power up my ship's engines and power up my shields.
Okay.
What did you say again? I asked a
You
lot of
ask a
questions.
lot of questions for a merchant.
I'm not a merchant. I'm a cargo hauler.
Ah, you're a dead man. You just haven't found someone to put a bullet in you yet. I'd be happy to take that responsibility if you like.
uh, I'm gonna quickly turn to the ship to the right or to the left, and I'm gonna take off at full speed.
Okay. Roll initiative.
20. No, 21. Sorry.
Where is my? There it is.
I look at Roama and I say, "Buckle up. We're about to get quick."
You actually outrolled the rest of them.
Oh, nice.
All right. So, what do you do?
I'm going to move my 30. So, where's the ruler? So
Basically, just each click is one.
each click is one what?
Like when you click on your target,
Uh huh.
right? Then you can use your mouse. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And then if you turn around and do you want to use your bonus action to maneuver?
I'm actually gonna take my dash action. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh,
Are the comms still open?
yes, the comms are still open.
Okay. You hear Lothar come over the comms and go, "Bad choice, boy. Bad choice." Click.
Anyways, what maneuvers can I do? Like, what would be considered a maneuver?
Define.
Like, moving is not considered a maneuver. What
Well, I
is?
mean, you took the dash action,
Mm-hmm.
and I said you can either navigate, attack, or defend.
I'm
And
gonna.
then with your bonus action, you can make a maneuvering check to add to your base movement.
Okay, so with my bonus action, can I go ahead and maneuver and add more? That would
Yes.
be that would be my Dex plus proficiency roll. Okay. Well, look at that. I get to move another 15 feet. I rolled a 10, and with my dexterity and my proficiency, that's 15. So one,
5 is another point.
2, 3. What?
I was agreeing with you.
Okay. All right.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Jesus Christ.
They're also dashing.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. And let me just take a second here. You are within range.
Of what?
My corner flea there.
That's a long ass fucking shot.
Yep, he has disadvantage.
It's got to be more than 1,000 feet.
Nope. It's only
Oh.
180 feet.
Oh.
Uh, but that's definitely going to miss because even I'm going to define the armor of your ship. For now we'll just use 10 plus your dex.
So 13.
Yeah, so that's going to miss. You rolled a 7.
Damn.
But you see as they light up their cannons and they begin to shoot boiling plasma. Just so you know, you look like you're running for the edge of the map. That's not quite how it works. Like, if you move that far over, I'll simply reposition everyone over more to the other side.
That's fine.
Okay. It's like to get away, you're gonna actually have to like find a way to break their location and to actually make a jump.
Yeah. But I can't jump. If I jump, they'll kill all the eggs.
Yeah, that is the tricky part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, click on this. Hold on. And you're going to watch as something is happening, and you begin to start seeing a green sensor light up on your console.
Mm-hmm.
Arcanum.
What is that?
Uh, you know from your previous teachings and everything from Gull that this is an Arcanum sensor. So when someone starts to activate a magic drive in your area, it lights up. It's a warning that some type of spellcraft is being used as a mechanical function.
I told you I fucking hate magic sometimes.
Roma just kind of growls and goes, "Trust me, I know." Do you even notice how they're like tiny bowls?
Yeah, I did. Tiny balls with wings.
This Red Bull gives you wings. Uh, right about there. Okay. As my dreadnought is going to use Dimension Door.
Motherfucker, what the shit?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's going to make a lightning bolt attack on you with its lightning cannon. Are you fucking kidding me?
You are just what?
I rolled another 7. You can see it in the chat. Wait, you said you think it was 14 or 13?
Yeah.
Okay, then it hits.
What?
Uh, 7 plus 7 is 14.
How did you get? I'm sorry. How does that work? You only get to roll once.
You see the double sevens up there? That was the flea trying to roll. It had disadvantage because of its range.
Uh huh.
The one bottom 7 down here is my dreadnought.
So why did
The
you get to
flea's only.
double that?
I didn't
So why did you say 7 plus 7 is 14 if you rolled a 7 and not another 7?
because my attack modifier for my dreadnought is a 7. My attack modifier for my flea is a 4.
Fucking hell.
So I only got an 11 with the flea, but I got a 14 with the dreadnought.
Mm-hmm.
But it only does 1d6, so 2 points of damage.
Question: can we make it my armor? My
No.
armor rating is 16.
Yeah,
So
there are
my
ways to upgrade your ship's armor later.
yeah, but I'm saying can we make my ship's armor my armor rating? Cuz my
Because you still need to upgrade your ship's armor later.
fine.
You wanted a space game. This is the space game. But I only do 2 points of damage to you because it's a lightning cannon.
Yeah.
And it's your turn.
All right. I am going to
Uh, your range of your cannons, 100 feet, they'd still be at disadvantage.
well, did you roll for the goblins to go?
No, they're adding modifiers to your ship's cannons. Remember?
Oh, okay. Well, if I can shoot, how far can the cannons fire?
One second, I'm checking that. Uh, 80 to 320, so they'd be at disadvantage right now.
Okay.
So just a straight roll
Okay.
because the goblins are locked and loaded.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and
I mean, you
have
can
them.
move closer if you want to attack the dreadnought.
No, I'm moving away, but I'm gonna have them attack first.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fine. Each cannon gets one fire, so you have 4 cannons, so you get 4 attacks.
okay.
Normally they'd be
Which?
at advantage, but because of the distance, it's at disadvantage, so just straight rolls.
Yeah, but with the goblins, it's giving it straight rolls. Gotcha. Okay,
Right.
so
And your
um,
your modifier is also with just like you would a normal bow. So
so
dex and proficiency.
okay, dex and proficiency. 20.
That hits.
Okay. 3. 3 points of damage.
All right. Against the dreadnought, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
15.
15 misses.
Okay. 24.
24 hits.
2 points of damage.
So 5 points total so far. Okay.
Mm-hmm. 22.
That hits, but it's going to use its reaction to activate shield.
Oh, damn it.
You watch as the Arcanum sensor lights up again.
Okay, well that would have been 4 points of damage. I don't know if his shields take any kind of damage when they do that.
No, shields blocks the attack just like normal shield would.
Okay, and 20.
That hits.
4 points of damage.
All right, so you've done 9 points to the dreadnought.
Okay, and I'm going to.
Just a reminder, your ship has 40.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just throwing that out there.
I wanted to see what kind of damage I could do on this thing before making my getaway. So,
Yeah, you're getting the feeling like you just stepped into a big boy swimming pool known as space,
yeah.
and someone with a much bigger stick than you walked up and threatened you. And you haven't really invested any type of magic for your ship or anything like that. So,
I got a 19 on my roll, so I can move 3 more spaces. That's my bonus. That's
all right,
my movement and my bonus action.
1 second. Put you there. You were at you were just at 80, weren't you?
I was at 90.
90, and you moved how far?
Uh, 30 and 15, 45 feet.
So 9 squares.
I would be a lot
One,
farther
two,
away. I
three,
was a
four,
lot farther
five,
away
six,
than that.
7, 8, 9. There we go.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I had to reposition you as I shifted the map.
Yeah, you're probably gonna be shifting the map a lot.
I tried to make it pretty big because it's space combat,
Mm-hmm.
but they turned around and they were just like larger maps may have issues loading. So I kept it about, I think it's at 100.
Mm-hmm.
90. I put it at 90.
Okay. All right. That's my turn.
Well, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I like how you turned sideways to screw with me.
What do you mean?
5, 6, 7, 12. Uh, I have to go down and at you now.
That was my plan.
12. So I have to use all my actions to move, basically.
Mm-hmm. If you're using your
Uh,
actions, you can't attack me.
okay, that's my turn.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, 1, 2.
You are still within range of attacking pretty much everybody if you want to.
No, I used my action to dash and then my bonus action to get extra movement.
Yeah. Okay. 26 is gonna hit.
What are you hitting me with a 26? How far away are you?
Currently, I am 155 feet.
Damn. We need to make that distance bigger.
You're out of range of my magic, though.
Mm-hmm. Because lightning bolt's 100 foot.
So 3 feet or 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong button. I keep clicking the wrong thing. It keeps. There we go.
Okay.
Hmm. Dimension door lets me move 100 feet.
God damn it, dimension door.
So let me just do some math here because this map is weird. Okay, right there.
You realize starter quests are supposed to be easy, right?
Sure.
How is this easy?
My fleas are going to jump. Each one's going to make an attack. So it's, let's see, 13 hits. 7 plus 4 is 11 miss. 18 plus 4 is 22 hit, and 19 hits. So 3 hits. 6 points of damage.
Okay. You understand what easy means, right?
I'm told I don't.
This is not easy. This is the opposite of easy. This is I'm going to purposely murk you because I want to.
It's just a friendly space game.
Friendly.
It's just business.
Just,
It's a little bit too close.
just business my ass.
There we go. Wait up.
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 14. 1, 2.
Just running.
Yeah. There ain't nothing else I can do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a look at a distance. 100 feet within range. Hit. Hit. Miss. Hit.
Jesus.
Full barrage. 9 points of damage from the fleas.
Wait. Oh, okay. I thought the other ones were further back.
And Dreadnought will take an attack with disadvantage.
Shit's
That's
going.
an 18 and a 20.
Shit is sparking inside of my ship, and I'm telling. I'm telling.
6 more points of damage.
Guntas that we need to we need to get shit under control because we're about to be blown out of the sky.
Where are you at?
Where am I at? I'm at 20.
Oh, so you're half. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm half.
Guntas comes back over the thing and goes, I'm working on it, but these things we're outclassed. Like,
I know, that's why we're running.
oh, I just realized that if I'm actually gonna shift the map, I should just pick you up too.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Put you all the way up there. There we go. All right, it's your turn.
All right. One.
You know you can fire on the fleas, right? Like,
Yeah, but I'm trying to get away.
true, but I'm lighting your ass up because I've outnumbered you.
Yeah, and even if I did shoot at them, I would still get my ass handed to me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please give me a 20. 15. 1, 2, 3.
Roma just kind of looks at you and goes, "Is the plan just to flee?"
Right now, yes. We are kind of outclassed right now.
And you think we can get away?
We're pretty quick.
All right. Take my 4, please. Actually, what was that range again?
150.
155. I believe that's at disadvantage now. All right, that's 2 misses. And
2
1
hits.
hit.
Oh, okay.
1 hit. That's at disadvantage.
Okay.
Don't try to do my math.
Sorry.
And that is 3 points of damage. Dreadnought hits even at disadvantage. And 5 points of damage. So your maneuvering is working. You're getting out of range of the fleas. You're making it harder for them to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Before you move, let me do something real quick.
Okay. Yeah, 370 feet across.
Yeah, I tried to make this big enough for a chase, but it is just refusing to do what I want it to do.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that.
That's okay. What I should have done is made every space bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Cut down movement. So we might do that in the future. Okay, go ahead.
I can't.
Guntis is gonna come over the comms and go, how how attached are you to the fire suppression system?
Very. That'll save our lives.
Well, what if it could save our lives, but we would have to dump it? I have an idea.
Uh, will it give us a smoke screen?
No, I'm thinking if we eject it outward, once we're at a certain range, we could scramble their sensors and be able to dip out, basically.
Real quick. Will would I remember how much a fire suppression system costs? Or at least the part he's planning on dumping?
Make an intelligence check.
That's what I was thinking. 18.
It really comes down to the amount.
Mm-hmm.
If you dump all of it, probably somewhere in the areas of 6,000 credits.
Okay.
Hey, stop that.
Why are you putting it at an angle? I'm not going at an angle.
I moved at an I this is space. You're not going to be charged for diagonal movement, and I shifted all my creatures to where they're chasing you. See?
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah, diagonals don't cost extra movement in space.
They shouldn't. Okay. Gotcha.
Because technically there is no movement in space.
Technically, there's no such thing as diagonal movement in space.
I'm not saying do it right now, but I'm saying like when we get to a certain point, if we can open up the distance
Yeah,
now, we could
set it up.
technically. All right, give me a few minutes.
Gotcha.
That doesn't mean actually like 120 rounds. I'm just
I
saying.
know. I know.
I will let you know when you reach a distance where it is an appropriate value to roll stealth from the dreadnought. Because
Okay.
right now you're still within range of its sensors.
Okay.
It
All right.
decided to not really stealth on you. It
21.
gave you a chance to communicate. So you get the feeling like there's a bit of like sport happening right now. Like
Yeah.
you have a feeling Lothar is probably like laughing his ass off at you right now.
6.
Holy shit!
What?
You just moved like halfway across the screen.
Hey, I did 6 diagonal movement twice.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just damn.
20. Thank God I can move 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How are you moving diagonally like that?
I'm hitting the left and down arrow at the same time.
Genius.
Thank you.
Wonder if I can do that.
You should be able to.
Ah, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ah, you within range of my lightning cannon? No, you are not. Um, Guntis is gonna come over the system and let you know that it's now or never.
I'm gonna tell them to punch it.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Okay. My stealth is actually pretty decent. 19. Thank God.
All right. Want to roll with disadvantage? A 5 and an 18. Nice. You're able to. Uh, hold on, let me roll something here. Percentile. Okay. Guntis only had to use half the fire suppressant system, as he creates an artificial smoke screen that allows you guys to break the sensor lock and be able to slip away.
Okay. So we're gonna move quickly away from them, and once they're out of our range, we're gonna slowly start to correct our course. And I'm gonna look at Roama and bring up a star chart of the uh, solar system we're in. Bring up where we're at and where our destination is, and I go, what do you think would be the best course for us to get from here to here? Because I'm
Say,
thinking,
hold on. We're back on the ship.
yeah, I know.
Uh,
Don't put her in my
Guntis.
spot.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't meaning that was like a chair. There are no chairs.
Yeah, I
Um,
haven't put the chairs in.
well, I gotta move her.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. She looks at the sensors as Guntis and Chrome are in the all the droids. Guntis and Chrome are all actively trying to repair the ship right now.
Yeah, and we need a way to get around those
She look
assholes.
she looks at it and goes, "Well, the good news is the dreadnought. It's not all of them. They probably have scouts positioned at different points in the sector.
Mm-hmm.
We're lucky we got away, to be honest. It might not be a matter of being able to outrun them, but if we're able to ambush one of the patrol units, silence them, then we could slip through whatever security sensors they may have set up.
All right, where do you think one of these patrols would be?
She looks at the map and just kind of goes, "They could be anywhere." The
Or
fleas are the smaller ship. They're called fleas. They attach themselves to the outside of any ship they're a part of. They're
mm-hmm.
also a way for boarding to happen. If unfortunately we were lucky enough that they were far enough away they couldn't basically outfly you. That was rather impressive, by the way.
Thank you.
I mean, this ship had some get up and go that I haven't seen before.
Well, my engineer did make sure that we could move fast.
Hmm. She looks at the map and goes, not so much of where to attack, because let's be face it, space is empty.
Yeah.
It's going to be a matter of how lucky we are. Wherever we pick, we're going to run into a scouting situation.
Okay.
The only thing is if we attack, destroy the scouts before they can get a signal off. Do you have any jammers on the ship?
Do I have any jammers on the ship, Lucas?
Uh, Not to your knowledge. You could ask Guntus. He's kind of unofficially become your ship's mechanic as he's been digging around your ship for over 24 hours now.
Okay. So I don't know the exact inventory, but I asked Guntis if we have any jammers.
He
I'm
comes
guess.
over the system, and you can hear a welding torch happening in the background as he yells at Mech Boy to hold two pieces of metal together and goes, "I didn't see anything in your inventory. Honestly, I don't think any of you, well, not to speak ill of the dead, but I don't think your companions actually thought about what it would take to run anything in space.
Yeah, probably
You're all
not.
pretty green."
Is there any way that you could cobble together a jammer that would give us enough time to disable one of their ships?
No, I mean, closest thing we could do is if we could find some type of outpost, but that could add days to our journey.
Yeah, we don't have days.
Go ahead and make me a history check, please.
Uh, 15.
You don't know of any outposts in the area. However, as part of your research into space lore and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
um, the thing that basically Gull would like force you guys to study is that there are traveling merchant cities, like mobile space stations that wander the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
If you get close enough to a signal, you'd be able to track it in. They don't broadcast far, like you couldn't find them systems away,
Mm-hmm.
but if there's a chance that one could be near you, there's a chance you could possibly uh, find a jamming system in one of those facilities.
Okay, I'm going to try and find a merchant like that, a merchant city, if see if there's one in the vicinity.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna consider your perception check to be connected to your ship.
Okay,
So we'll consider that part of your sensors. So go ahead and make a perception check.
17, 21.
21. No signal at this time.
Shit, damn, how high was that roll? Okay, so I'm gonna chart a course, um, that hopefully will take us a wide berth around the dreadnought, but still heading towards our destination.
I mean,
And
you still know the gist of where the dreadnought is
yeah,
because you
and
literally just did combat with them.
yeah. So while they are repairing the ship, am I slowly gaining back hit points, or am I just stuck where I'm at?
Uh, no. Each day they basically can roll a hit die to repair the ship.
Okay. So I'm gonna continuously scan to see if I can't pick up a signal on a merchant city vessel. And we're gonna keep at full speed, which would be hopefully just kind of like a drifting type thing. But
Without keeping the engines too taxed during repairs, yeah, you could basically get about 4. 5 squares of movement a minute
Okay.
or a second. I mean,
Yeah.
6 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So what that be?
A
That'd
turn.
be 40 to 50. We'll say 40 to 50 space units a minute.
Okay. So we're gonna keep at a brisk pace while we repair ships and try to find this merchant city.
As you're setting the speed, Roma kind of reaches out and touches your arm and goes, "If we go too fast, their sensors could pick up the distortion and the weave."
I know. That's why I'm trying to keep at a brisk pace, but not too quick.
It's kind of like stealth. If you want to move stealthily, you're gonna have to take half your movement.
Yeah, it's a brisk pace. It's not going at
Okay, so
full
you are
speed the
you
whole
are
time.
trying to go stealth though.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Okay. 18.
Okay, I'll make note of that. So what do you?
So during the first day, we're gonna continuously scan.
Okay, so are you still heading towards
Yes.
the car?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, no, Bruno. You're heading towards the car system, but you're not heading, but you haven't entered in yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Your systems are continuing. The ship is making its repairs. Um, but so far, no, nothing is pulling up yet.
Okay. Do you want me to make another perception roll?
Not yet.
Okay. So while this is all going on, I'm going to help repair the ship because it is my ship, so I need to take care of it as best I can.
I guess make an intelligence check with your proficiency modifier.
Okay. 21.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're able to repair some of the damage to the shielding systems.
Okay.
Uh, R7 is basically working with you, but enough time will pass that you can go ahead and roll a hit die for your ship.
Uh,
Now this is not your hit dice.
yeah, I know, which was why
Uh,
I was about to ask what is the hit die number.
well, it's still a D10
Okay.
because of your class of ship. It's not a skipper, a flea, or anything like that. So that's a smaller hit die, like a D6. So you're still gonna roll a D10, but I'm saying this doesn't come off your hit dice.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
7. So at least I'm back up to 20. So I'm back up to half.
Yep. And hit dice for ship are not expendable, rechargeable, or anything like that. What it is every day, if you're continuing repairs on your ship, you get to roll again.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So if you spend like in your case, if you spent a week in dock, every day you get to roll a d10 until your ship is fully healed.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Because mechanical function, I didn't think it would make sense that the ship would need to rest.
Yeah.
But your crew does need to rest. So, like, as they continue, um, Guntus and Chrome are the most effective working with Mech Boy and R7 to continue repairs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you end up coming up from one of the hatchways, and you see Boris, sorry, wrong character.
Boris.
You see Boris holding a sandwich on a plate with a sort of like a cool carbonated drink sitting there. But it's just space Coke. It's just space Coke.
It's just Space Coke. Space
He's
Pepsi.
like, I get hungry. Now.
Yeah. Have you gotten anything to eat yet?
Oh yeah, I've been making sure everybody's been eating. I'm not good with my hands. Well, at least not like that. Um, to be honest, I'm not very smart either. I'm
You're
really good at, well, being quiet and slipping through shadows, and I even have a little bit of magic when it comes to like what I can physically do.
I'll pat him on the shoulder and go, we're all geniuses in our own way.
Yeah, my way's kicking ass.
Hell yeah. And I'll take the plate and
Chrome
the drink from him.
Chrome comes walking by, dragging optic fiber cable behind him. And he's just like, "Yes, geniuses. That's why we fix ship and you make sandwich." And he just goes down the corridor.
God damn it.
He just
Why
kind
do
of
people have to be assholes sometimes?
Boris just kind of looks at you and goes, "Hey, it's okay. Chrome's my older brother. He's a bit of a dick."
Yeah, I can see that. Um, but don't let him get to you. Just because you're not good at repairing doesn't mean you aren't fantastic at stealth. Trust me, half the time I don't even see you.
Yeah, it's because I hide sometimes. For
And
some reason,
hiding,
Roma can always tell where I am, though. It's kind of creepy.
call it a sixth sense about your brothers, about
Well,
her
she's not really
brothers.
her sister, but I
I
get it.
I know, but she loves you
The
like
comms unit
brothers.
comes on. The comms unit comes on. Go ahead and make me another perception check.
Okay.
And don't think it's a matter of height, it's a matter of location. Like, it's not the number you're rolling, it's in relation to where it is.
16.
16? Okay. Roma comes over and goes, "Still nothing on the signal.
Damn. All right.
I've adjusted our course to move away from a emerging dwarf star.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to have any issues, but I'm keeping us slow and steady, and I'm moving us around the outside of an ice planet to make sure, like, if there's any type of magic on the planet, it should cause hell with their sensors."
Sounds good.
Just so you know, we have been hailed by several merchant ships asking if we need help with repairs, but I wasn't sure if you'd want to actually talk to them.
Currently no, because we don't know if they're with the people who just attacked us. So it's a good idea to just do our repairs until after this job is done.
All right, I'll keep an eye on the sensors.
Um, then after that, since it is the first day, I'll tell them to take rests and shifts. I'll let Roma go off and get some rest while I watch the sensors, and then
She
we'll
looks at
switch
you
off.
and goes, she looks at you and goes, "Honestly, I think I'd rather just sit here. I don't know if I could sleep right now. And to be honest, I'm no good at fixing things, so this is how I can help.
Uh,
You
I'll
probably need to sleep more than me, though."
I'll put my hand on her shoulder and I go, "Thank you." Um, Believe it or
No,
not,
we're in this together, Amenel.
yeah, and I want to see you and your brothers home safe.
I want to see you paid and not dead in space, so we have the same goal.
And then I will go and I will rest for the night.
Okay. The night passes. Let me see if sensors pick up anything. All right. Go ahead and roll a new stealth check as a new day approaches.
15, 18.
All right, noted. Uh, Another day has passed previously, so you go ahead and roll a hit die.
All right.
I believe. Wait, was that a full day? Yeah, you cycle through a day. Okay.
Okay. So 5, which brings me up to 25.
And go ahead and make another perception check.
Another perception check. 21.
Okay. Morning passes. You don't get much off the sensors. You get a little bit more repair work done as you guys are uh taking your lunch. Boris has made a bit of like a fried noodle with reprocessed chicken meat and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's kind of spicy. Like you're kind of looking at the ingredients, you're like, I don't remember having something this spicy in the pantry. And Roma kind of sees you eyeing her plate, and she's just like, I'm sure that Crumbs added his own ingredients to it. He looks a little guilty and goes, I don't like bland food. Leave me alone.
It's not really bland though, but the spice is kind of appreciated. In this tense
Our
situation, it'll keep me awake.
normal just like space food is kind of bland unless you purchase spices and stuff like that because it's like reprocessed protein and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I do have seasonings and stuff.
Oh, okay. I remember you just said you were buying the bare minimum. So
No, I didn't say I was buying the bare minimum.
yeah, when you're outfitting your ship,
Yeah,
you said you were buying common stuff. So
yeah, and I would hope I would get some spices, but or some seasonings, but
I will make note of that. Uh, as you are finishing up your meal, R7 does come through with a message.
what's the message?
Captain, our sensors have picked up a trading post off the border of a local planet.
Is this one of the city trading ships?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay. All right. We'll head that way, and I'll hail them as soon as we get close enough.
R7 informs you that you are close enough for hail, which is
Okay.
why she contacted you.
Okay. Well, I will hail
Uh,
them
you
then.
look you look at the readout, and it is City Port Cyanella.
City Port Cyanella. How do you spell that?
Cyenella.
All right.
Thank you, random generators.
All right. So I'll send out a hail to Cyanella.
All right, hail communication is open. Handshake is completed. Open comms is will be connected in 5 minutes.
All right. So in 5 minutes, I will say this is Amenel Drakona, captain of the Star Skipper. Uh, I am looking for a signal jammer. Would you perchance have one? Perchance have one.
Star Skipper, Captain Amenel. It's perchance maybe question if meaning you need to buy something?
Yes.
Perchance?
Yes, I need to buy a signal jammer.
Oh, well, I mean, if that's the case, why don't you just say so?
I
Talking
figured,
all fancy. I thought you were maybe like a space lord or like maybe one of those like merchant nobles coming through. Come on, man, like you got to talk normal if you're going to talk to someone out in space.
well, I was trying to just have a little decorum, but okay.
Oh, is that spicy?
What?
I don't think we have any of that. I have to ask the
No.
cook. You
No,
kind of hear
no.
like just a little bit of static as he like moves away from the mic and he's like, "Anan, Anan, do we have any decorum?" Comes back, goes, "No, sorry, we're fresh out."
No, I
I
just
don't
need a
know. I don't
signal.
know why he's laughing so hard right now. That's just ridiculous.
No, I just need a signal jammer.
I mean, I can ask about. Would you like docking codes?
We're trying to make this as quick as possible. I've got a delivery that I'm working on right now.
Time sensitive. All right, all right. So you don't want to dock then.
Yeah.
Um, I guess send your droid over. I mean, that if it's astro capable, and we'll be able to attach whatever package we need to it and send it back. But I'll tell you what, you give me about 20 minutes or so. I'll go talk to Tandu. He's our tech guy. He'll basically tell me if we got something in stock.
All right.
Your viewfinder is showing the facility ahead of you, and for its size, there's a bit of a disconnect in the way he's talking. Like he makes it sound like it's just a group of people hanging out, but like the size is
Impressive.
it's it's massive. It like you've been on a carrier, so this is kind of what you're seeing as you look out in space, and it even dwarfed the dreadnought. Um, and
Like
the
the
fact that this
dreadnought
thing is
could dock inside this thing.
yeah, like the dreadnought. Like let's put it this way: several dreadnoughts could dock inside this thing.
Yeah.
So as you're looking at this thing, there's a sense of like massiveness, and it is moving. Like the computer is registering a slight flight path of about 1 square unit every hour. So
Okay.
like it is slowly moving about, which is what the sensor was trying to find while you were rolling,
Mhm.
was like how close you were in relation to its location.
Yeah.
So every couple hours it moved just a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but about 20 minutes passes, and guy comes back on and goes, Captain of the Star Skipper, this is Orin. Are
Hi,
you there
Oren.
still?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tandu says he's got a jammer. He'd have to take a look at your ship's specs to see if it's compatible. I believe that was the word that he said. He's a fancy guy. Um, so if you want to send your droid over with like the specs and everything, we can take a look at it.
Yeah.
Romana
Guntas, can
reaches
you?
over and hits mute and looks at you and goes, "Are you sure about this?"
We need a jammer.
Right, but you're gonna send your droid over there.
I was actually gonna see if Guntas would want to go.
Gun just looks and goes, Mech Boy can't handle space. It's not made for that. I mean, you give me a couple of weeks and a couple thousand credits, and I could outfit it, and I could make him space worthy, but I can't do it overnight.
Okay. How secure did you make R7?
Oh, that girl is tight. She is not getting. No one's getting into her again. I
Okay.
gave her the same operating system Mech Boy uses, and at first I was gonna charge you a couple thousand credits, but you fed me and been nice to me, and I kind of blew up your workshop, and I figure we were even.
Well, whoever said being nice will get you nowhere was obviously wrong. Yes, I
Rem-
will. I think this is a good idea. We need a jammer, and once it's over here, Guntas can look at it to make sure that the jammer is actually legit. And
Rama looks at you, and Rama looks at you, and she goes, "You might be doing the same thing you did when you met me. We don't know what Lothar has done. He could have an APB out for you. He could be having bribes sent to different locations. These people could turn you over for credits, and you wouldn't even know it. You're not even questioning it." Now, translation, just giving you a little help there.
hmm
You've
I
had
was actually,
several interactions where you haven't even thought about rolling insight.
yeah, that's true.
Just
I'm not.
throwing that out there. I am a deceptive son of a bitch.
So, I look at Roma and I ask her what she thinks we should do.
You're right, we don't have time for a dock. But that doesn't mean they can't send a ship out.
hmm
They have messenger ships. Tell them to send the product over with a few messengers and this Tandu, and we'll meet. We'll meet in the middle.
All right. I will tell. I'll tell the communications guy that we would like them to send a ship over with Tandem and the jammer.
Tandu, huh? Well, let me see if he's busy. A few minutes pass. He says he'll do it. He needs to get out and take some readings of the local planetary system anyway. Ah, you're kind of reminded of Gull in that moment. He was always looking for an excuse to take readings, pick up information, collect specimens, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, a meet is designed and arranged, and a ship will be out in about half an hour.
Okay. Can I do my own scans on the radio frequencies going on around the ship to see if I can pick up anything where these people that are after my cargo would have sent out information to anybody and what that
You took.
information
Are you
is?
looking for like any type of like open comm systems?
Yes. Any open, encrypted, anything like that.
Make an investigation check. And because you're not a researcher, you do not have proficiency. Even if you are proficient in investigation, this would not be the same thing.
Which I'm not, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
18.
You actually do pick up a slightly encrypted message that has the same system signature as Lathar's ship.
Okay. Um, I look at Guntus and I ask him if he can decrypt this.
He takes a look at the file packing and goes, "Well, considering they put the key right next to it, I'd say yes."
Well, do your stuff.
This is tricky. If we open this, it could send a relay signal back.
Can you isolate it into a system where it won't be able to do that? Like something
Maybe.
like a data pad that's not even connected to the network. Like put it on there and then disconnect it from a network so it can't be sent.
As you say that, he snaps his fingers and he goes, "Mech boy." And Mech boy walks over and he goes, "Yes. I need you to isolate all systems. Turn off systems connections to the ship, everything. I want you in solo mode." Mech boy's eyes slowly dim to red for a few seconds. And he goes, "Completed." Very good. And you watch as he reaches into McBoy's palm and pulls out a data jack and strings it up to his own little personal data pad.
Mm-hmm.
And he transferred the files over from your ship's sensors to his data pad. Then you watch as he isolates the data pad.
Nice.
He opens it up and you see. 1 second here. Let me just do this. Do, 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 This
What
come
the?
on your view comes on his view screen.
You need to lower that so I can actually see it.
Oh, it's in the gray. Hold on.
Yeah.
Whoop. There we go.
What the shit is that?
Uh, it is a suit of mage power armor,
Oh my.
encrypted with arcanic symbols and special items. And you watch as the vid screen slowly crackles with energy, and it looks forward and goes, "Hello. You may recognize me. You may not. My name is Tenasar Lathar. I am searching for a rather aggressive and annoying bug that escaped my clutches. I offer 70,000 credits to anyone who can bring the apprehension and collection of cargo in relation to searching for this infestation. My system is coded, and there is a relay code at the bottom of this message. Contact me. We'll talk."
I
And it's
look
gone.
at Roama. You think we should skip?
She looks she looks at you, at the screen, at the message, and just goes, "It's already too late. We need the jammer.
Shit.
We've isolated whatever we can. The amount of time they're asking for isn't suspicious. I thought about that. It makes sense they need 30 minutes to fuel and outfit a system if they were going to go out anyway later.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're doing this as best we can. Now, should we have scrambled our codes and maybe approached this from a different perspective? Possibly,
That's
but
on me.
I don't. Well, to be honest, I'm not a space captain, so I also don't know these things till. But hindsight's 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And the comms unit goes off. Captain Star Skipper, this is Orin.
Yes.
Do you copy?
Yes, I do.
We are approaching your vessel and we are requesting docking.
Uh, I'll head down the elevator to the hole right here where they can dock in to come through the ship. Actually,
All right.
no. Um, there would actually be a docking station up here in the lounge. I don't want them inside or to be able to see the cargo.
Well, we haven't talked about this, but I was going to make an option if you wanted an external docking system on the top of your ship,
Uh-huh.
for something like maybe adding a flea in the future, a like a tiny star skipper kind of thing.
Yeah.
And also like other ships can attach with your docking codes and things like that because it would actually open up a docking port.
Mm-hmm.
So you could either let them down into the lounge, which you could seal off with security systems, or you could go upstairs. It's up to you.
No, I want them to be in the lounge, which that's upstairs anyways. But they wouldn't be able to
I
see.
meant like up into their ship.
Oh yeah, if it would be kind of like a docking elevator that would allow me to go up or them to come down.
All right. Well, just so you know, I do not have tokens for this,
That's
so
fine.
I will not be. Actually, you know what? I do have a token for this. Uh, the system relays. They complete docking procedures and they make their way into your ship.
Okay. And everyone is at the ready. Hello.
Uh, Not a goblin. Um, but basically, this is like some type of like deformed space creature that's very reminiscent to a goblin.
Mm-hmm.
He comes down and he's in some type of like long-limbed mech suit, and he's got these deformities from like his face being melted in the past. And he kind of looks up and sees you and goes, "Well, howdy there, Amenel."
Hello. Is that the jammer that you have?
Uh, well, I don't have it. And he looks up the ladder at the elevator as it goes back up.
Mm-hmm.
And coming down from the ship is a male, red-haired. You can see him in the picture. He has this slight, almost luminescent effect to his body.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he's carrying with him a large crate along the elevator. Uh, I don't know how big the elevator is, so I'm trying to figure out like proportional wise.
It would be.
Um,
It would probably be like
is it?
a 10 by 10.
Oh, okay. So then all three would come down. Um,
It's got to be
and he
big
kind of
enough
looks.
to be able to get other things besides people through it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Uh, but he turns around. And he's just like, "I'm Tandu. Uh,
It's nice to meet you,
I'm
Tandu.
pleasure's mine." He just kind of smiles at you and like roughs his hair up a little bit as he just kind of gets a little nervous. Uh, you hear Roma kind of snort a little, like a little derisional laughter.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy's like, and I'm Orin. We talked on the comms. I'm also the pilot. So we came over. Tandu here is one of our best engineers and scientists on the rig, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of new, and Tandu just kind of shyly shuffles over and is like, "Do you have the specs for your ship?"
I will hand them over to him on a secure data pad that he can only view what it is. He can't transfer. He can't connect it to anything.
Okay. As he's going through the data, Oren just kind of walks around looking at everything. He's like, man, this is kind of weird. You got like a bunch of little goblin bros, and like that's a big girl. Like, hi, how you doing? It's nice. And this is that a dude? Is this guy don't blink, does he? Is he just kind of looks at him and like stares at him, and Mech Boy just very purposely blinks his eyes once.
Kink, 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 kink. Kink, 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 kink.
So kind of weird, isn't it? You just kind of like showing up asking for a jammer and middle of nowhere, and not gonna lie, comms
You're
units kind of burning up with your ship signature,
Yeah. The thing about that is I have a job that I need to do. I'm gonna move my hand to my waist just above where my gun is, but I'm gonna actually put it on my belt. Kind of trying to not make it look like a aggressive gesture. But this asshole just out of nowhere decided to attack us.
Mm. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, Captain Arnell. Um, I know
Amenel.
your situation. I'm an damn comms unit. I could have swore you were saying Arnell.
Mm,
Um, Tendu kind of looks up and goes, "It'll work. I don't know if you guys can install it or if you need my help with it, but uh, say 7,000 credits, 8 if you need help installing it."
I can do 7. We've got
Guntis
a
kind of look.
we've got an
Guntis kind
artificer
of
over
like,
there.
yeah. Guntis kind of steps forward and is just like, I think you're challenging me. Uh, but the Lucky Charms dude here, he turns around and just goes, "Yeah, we got the message from Lothar. Not gonna lie to you, he's a real son of a bitch. Um, just so you know, we scrambled all of our comm systems after you contacted us. That way, no one on the space station can kind of like sell you out."
Well, I appreciate that.
Well, honestly, I mean, we know Lothar is dirty, and you seem like an honest guy just trying to do his thing. And well, to be honest, we've had issues with Lothar in the past.
What type
He's
of
hit us up.
issues? Sorry.
He threatened to blow. No, no, you're fine. He threatened to blow us up if we didn't give him like 50,000 credits.
For what? He
I
just
mean, I'm
called.
guessing he just wanted to spend it. I'm guessing he just.
Fucking corrupt merchants, they're everywhere.
Oh, he's not a merchant. He's a pirate, a mercenary, a
He
merc.
he told me he was a merchant.
I mean, he's a lying son of a bitch.
Yeah, I kind of got that as he just started attacking me once I decided I didn't want to deal with him anymore and tried to leave.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, you seem like an honest gent, and your money's good, and you need a product, and we got it. He looks over at Tandu, and him and Guntus are basically geeking out over their system pads. And he's like, and I'm guessing we're gonna be doing some free installation from the looks of it. But the call came out like 9, 10 hours ago. So wherever you're going, I'd keep my head down because there are probably people out there scavenging, looking for you.
I wouldn't doubt it. Not at this time, anyways.
Now, this jammer you're getting, this won't protect you from sensors. I hope you understand that.
That's not what we need it for.
It can temporarily disable communication systems.
That's what we're looking for.
You're talk kind of funny, don't you?
Everybody talks funny to everybody else.
That's pretty valid. Well, Tandu, I know you probably want to geek out the rest of the day, but don't forget about your samples, boy. So if there's anything else, he pulls out a data pad, kind of hands it over to you, and it's requesting payment.
I'll transfer the 7K.
Well, I consider this beneficial. So you keep our tracking codes, and if you're ever in the area and you pick up our sensors and you ever need something, you let old Oren here know.
Will do.
Oh, and the chef said if you get any more of that decorum, he'd love for me to try some. So I mean, if you can find some, let me know, and I'll give you a good price on it. That's all I'm saying. I'd never seen Chef laugh so hard in the last 5 years, I swear.
Decorum is not a spice. It is a term. It's a term that's definition literally means to keep a behavior of keeping with good taste and propriety.
As you say this, Oren's face just kind of loses that gentle humor, and he looks confused for like a whole second. And he's like, that son of a bitch. Here I
Yeah.
thought I was going to get something tasty.
Um.
Figured it tasted like
Actually,
peppermint.
actually, I will turn to uh Chrome and be like, the spice that you put in the food this morning. Do you have any of that left?
He looks a little begrudging, and he gets up and walks over and pulls out a small cylinder of this silvery flakes.
Um. I look at him and I go, I'll give you an extra 100 for this so that you can do what you need to find more. Okay?
Ah, don't worry about it. Tosses it at you and walks back over and sits down.
I go, so I turn to Orem and I hold it out to him. I go, this is actually a pretty good spice.
He looks at it a little closely and goes, Peppercini. Yeah, I've had that. Sometimes it can burn, sometimes it comes off sweet, really based off the type of ingredient the food's put in.
Well, it was very interesting in today's meal, that's for sure.
Nah, it's not a problem. And he takes it from me and goes, I'll give you 20 credits for it. That seems fair.
Thank you.
So he passes 20 credits back through the system.
All right.
But they load up. Tandu kind of smiles at you and is just like, just remember that it needs like a few hours charge after you use it.
Will do. Thank you very much.
And they board and leave your ship. The jammer works as an action.
Mm-hmm.
It can be used to jam for 6 rounds. So if you're able to destroy a ship within 6 rounds, they are unable to communicate outwardly.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes 1d4 hours to recharge.
1d4 hours to recharge. Okay, cool. Uh, and I think after we head off from here, uh, we'll call it a night for that.
Yeah, I figure we were gonna get to there. I mean, you've had a couple of little space adventures and everything, and
Yep.
um, and you now know that Lothar is out there looking for you.
Yeah. What was this guy's name again? Lothar. What Lothar?
Tisanar, Tisanar, space Lathar. Don't you have access to the document I've been making?
No, you
I
haven't given
sent
me
I
information
sent
to anything.
you. Oh, I forgot to send this to you. Hold on. Actually, do I want to send this to you or do I want to make a copy? Hmm. Nah, I'll send this to you.
Okay.
That way, as I make notes, you'll have it as well.
Sounds good.
Um, and I will make it a viewer. You don't
Not
need to
gonna
be editing
change
it,
anything.
huh?
I don't need to be changing anything.
No, it's so if you want to add something to your notes, it's my
Oh,
notes from the
okay.
game.
Okay.
But if it's anything private, I just won't put it in there.
Sounds good. It's
But yeah,
information that I would have readily on hand.
but hey, I hope you had fun for session 2. You've gotten to see a little bit more of ship combat and a little bit more of the way the galaxy works.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe your character is just a little bit less green. So
Yeah.
this is 40 Grit saying, join us amongst a journey through the stars, and have a good night.